Hello everyone! We have witnessed so many crazy things happening in both parts of episode 72 that made the anticipation for the 73rd episode even more exiting and intense. Especially combined with the secret scene that Boom added in the full version of this episode and with the Easter eggish GIF that he posted to celebrate his 40 million subscribers. And don't forget about all the interviews and talks he participated in where he hinted on so many little details on what can be possibly happening in the next episode. So in today's video, I'm going to give you all that you need to know about the possible plot of episode 73. I'm going to bring back all the hidden details that Boom shared with us recently and create a narrative for the next episode and predict how exactly will its plot arc going to evolve. Now get your tea and snacks ready and prepare to watch this video to the end, because I prepared something really crazy at the end of today's video, and let's go. So what I would like to start with first thing first is with giving you guys an insight on when the next episode most likely comes out. I've got an information that it's going to happen much quicker and smoother, and we won't have to wait for a really long period of time how it was, in case with episode 72 for exactly, where the gap between the first part of it and episode 71 was just crazy. So, despite the fact that episode 73 is going to be divided into two parts as well, and yeah, you heard it right, it still is going to get released much faster, at least that's what Boom has said to us, so we'll see how it goes. And another thing I know about the future episodes is that episode 74 is most likely not going to be divided, and will be released in full version as it happened with episode 71. And the last thing Boom told us was that the content in both of these future episodes will be just crazy, and it will surely blow our mind away. Which doesn't contradict his previous statements at all, because let me remind you once again, guys, how Boom had said about episodes 73 and 74 being one of his favorites in the entire series. Which means that the level of drama and action is not even to be compared with episode 72, that didn't make it to his list. And now, as we've got everything you need to know about the future episode's date of release, let's get to the best part of this video. But before I'll continue talking about all that jazz, don't forget to give this video a like, because I appreciate it a lot, and subscribe to my channel, as I really want to achieve my goal in having 500,000 subscribers by the end of this month. Okay, if you subscribe now, let's move on. So now, as we know that the next episode will be divided into two parts, and its follow-up is going to be a full version, I can say a few things about the structure of the plot in general. As we also know from the previous messages from Boom to different Skibidi creators, it has been long planned that episode 73 is going to include mostly Titans and their plot arc. And if you remember, I also predicted it in my previous videos that Boom can actually introduce us to Titans right at the end of episode 72, which would indicate the possible plot arc beginning of the next episode, and that's exactly what happened. We saw the complete trio of our favorite Titans, and it was clear to us that Titan Cameraman now has the leading role in this squad, as he's clearly determined to avenge his fallen little bro, Plungerman. But I'm going to talk more about it a little bit later. We know that our blue-lensed Chad now has a new Lego hand to play in the future, and I've set a huge tone of things regarding its possible consequences in the next episode in this video, so you can watch it after you'll finish this video, so I wouldn't repeat myself too often. But there's another thing about two other Titans I'd like to address now, because what I'm going to predict later in this video will be connected to them directly. Besides the new hand Titan Cameraman has been sort of upgraded with, his other two brothers also went through pretty major changes that can be noticed while looking at the celebration GIF from Boom that I've mentioned at the very beginning of this video. And by the way, in my previous video, I analyzed the figure of Simp Cameraman in it specifically, and didn't address the other details this GIF contains, so it's the perfect time to do it now. If you'll look at Titan Cameraman from the GIF, then you'll notice not only this Astro hand we spoke so much about, but also how one of his metal wings that allow him to fly is missing, which really confused me because both of his wings were on their places at the end of episode 72. How could it be that in this GIF we see the character with the injuries he hasn't experienced yet in the actual series? Could that also hint to the possible plot of the next episode, as the model of Titan Cameraman might be taken from the events of episode 73 and not 72? Before answering to this question, pay your attention to the Astro Toilet joyfully flying around without any damage that he's actually got in the previous episode. And to both Plunger Man and the Dark Speaker Man that also look safe and sound despite being eliminated from the series not a long time before. But it's one thing when Boom puts previously destroyed or damaged key characters in the celebration GIF, as if he's just giving them tribute for everything they've done for the series. And it's completely another thing when something totally reversed happens. So let's talk about this mysterious injure that Titan Cameraman has, as it's connected straight to my predictions of the plot for the next episode. As I stated earlier, it seems like Titan Cameraman is in the leading position now in the trio of Titans, as he's the most passionate about chasing and putting down G-Man, who's in pair with Skibidi Scientist, are directly responsible for the destruction of his little brother Plungerman. And it's not only that, because Titan TV Man also seemed to be absolutely furious in the third secret scene that Boom added to all episodes compilation of Season 23, and it looks like all of them are determined to avenge all of their fallen comrades and the Alliance's soldiers that got trapped and mercilessly destroyed by the Skibidi army. And as Skibidi Scientist is gone for now, there is only one visible Skibidi commander seen on the horizon, and this is of course G-Man. So I don't have a slightest doubt that for the time being, Jimmy is going to be the grand enemy for all the Titans and especially Titan Cameraman, even considering the fact that the bigger threat is indeed appearing on the horizon, and this is the Astro Toilets fraction. And now let me discuss everything step by step. I believe that the whole plot arc of episode 73, which as we know is going to be divided into two parts, will be revolving around the trio of Titans chasing G-Man, who will be fleeing from the battle for some amount of time. And this would happen for a number of reasons. Firstly, he already withstood the tedious fight with the Astro Toilet, and it was clear that he expected to defeat him for good, and that's why he gave out basically all resources that he had, and exposed the majority of his secret abilities such as the energy shield, decoy laser, the helmet that he's already lost by the way, and his rage mode, which I believe requires some time to recharge. And it's a secret to us, though, when exactly did the Titans decided to intervene to this battle, and did they actually see at least half of Jimmy's abilities in action or not? But in any case, he's pretty exhausted overall at this point. So the second reason for him to flee is of course the numerical disadvantage. Although it's possible that in the first part of episode, we'll see how G-Man may lead the Titans into the traps, or to the position that will benefit him specifically. So what if the first part will be focused on the chase between Titans and G-Man, in the process of which multiple obstacles or trials may be on the chaser's way? And while fighting with them in parallel to chasing G-Man's shadow, Titan Cameraman can actually lose one of his wings, and the other Titans may receive some other sort of damage too. And don't forget, of course, about the suspicious Astro Hand that may create quite some trouble for all the Titans involved. So G-Man may concentrate on weakening his enemies first, and then in the second part of episode 73, we will see the actual fight between Jimmy and the Titans, where they'll become fairly equal. And in there, we'll definitely see some vile tricks and strategic thinking of G-Man. And as I said so many times already in my previous videos, I really wouldn't get surprised if we would also see a tragic loss of one of the Titans. Me and lots of other YouTubers really count on setting our ways apart with Titan Cameraman, specifically because it would be incredibly poetic and dramatic. Just imagine this. He already escaped destruction multiple times, mainly due to his strong friendship and companionship. And now, after his most loyal comrade is gone, he's about to follow him as he wants to avenge him so badly he even forgets about his own safety. But oh man, that would be too freaking sad, isn't it? So I'll still be hoping for some other outcome, because I love our blue-lensed Chad way too much. Let's talk about something less sad now, and this is the possible destruction of G-Man. Yeah, I said it before that I don't want to lose this guy way too soon, because we just started seeing his whole new potential in the later episodes of the series. Because before that, he had been mostly hiding and behaving like a total coward. But there is one really important detail that strongly hints to the quick passing of our tricky boy Jimmy. And this is the hidden number 74 in both parts of the leaks with faces of G-Man and Astro Toilet. And we were already hinted to someone else's destruction in the very similar manner, don't you guys think so? Yeah, that's right. I'm talking about this exact leak for episode 70 with the huge number 70 and the face of Skibidi Scientist being present right next to it. So here's my thought on what's going to happen. The full 73rd episode is definitely going to be focused on Titans and G-Man in specific, because both Astro Toilets we saw in episode earlier are quite busy with hitting their own base and repairing the Lil Astro's fried ass. So what if in episode 74, which is another favorite episode of Boom by the way, after we'll see some really thrilling battle with some possible tragic loss, the little Astro Toilet will triumphantly return with the burning desire to restore his honor and destroy G-Man, who almost got him before. And it's possible that we'll see some final brutal clash between these two monsters, where either one of them goes away or even them both together. So if episode 73 contains one long and thrilling setup for G-Man's plot arc, then episode 74 will surely be the bursting climax with the definite finale for some of the characters involved. But if all of my previous assumptions were based on some vague hints from Boom and the information from the confirmed sources, at the end of this video I want to share with you my wildest theory yet, because it's really cool. But this is mostly my guesses, because Boom has been really silent and sneaky in terms of everything connected to the true nature of the secret agent, Plungerman, and the mysterious spy we were shown in the most recent secret scene. So do you remember the iconic "for plunger" phrase coming from Titan Cameraman before he and the other Titans set off to chase Jimmy? It makes me think that he still considers G-Man to blame for Plungerman's destruction, although it was primarily the secret agent's doing. So I have a really insane theory right now, so sit tight in your seats. What if this mysterious, shadowy figure we have been shown not only in the secret scene, but at the first part of episode 72 as well, is not actually Simp Cameraman, which is quite possible too, but Plungerman himself, who will be trying to warn his former comrades about the true opponent they have to deal with? Let me explain. I said it multiple times that I consider the bond between the secret agent and Plungerman really special, as their dynamics remind me of Gordon Freeman and G-Man from Half-Life series a lot. And that Plungerman may not be actually destroyed, but rather turn to another mode of living. So he may exist in a ghost-like form without his material body, so he won't able to communicate with his living friends directly. That's why they think that he was gone. But what if Plungerman will still try to find other ways to share the precious information about the secret agent and his true plans with his friends? But there is also a possibility that it's one of some other apprentices of the secret agent due to the green light in this figure's head camera spot, and in this case there is also a really wide field for speculation. Unfortunately, Boom really keeps the most interesting bits of information closer to his skin, so we can't know anything for sure at this point. But I really want to know your opinion on this topic as well, my friends. And that was all for today. Write in the comments below your own theories on what might happen in the next episode. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. And that was me, ISO Toilet. See ya!